Hi, this is Eric Martin with BoardGameGeek. I'm here with Tom Delmay from Untitled Games, looking at World of Draghan, part of a series. This specifically is Once Upon a Dragon. Maybe you can talk about the world for a minute and then tell us what we're doing here.
We are now creating a new series in the world of Draghan. It's Tales of the Dragons from the world of Draghan.
Okay.
Draghan is a kingdom. The first game we have is a game where the dragons are still fighting the humans. You will see later another game where 100 years later, where there is a truce between the dragons and the people. So now we're still fighting the dragons. In the next game, the dragons will be doing a race for us.
Okay. But what's the setting right now? Is one of us represent the humans and the other dragons, or how does it work?
We are all humans, a princess, a barbarian, a dwarf. It's a cooperative game, so this is set up for 3 players. There are a few other characters, but they are, if somebody dies, you can get a new one. As long as you're in Draghan, because you start the game in the world of Draghan itself, in the kingdom, and there the monsters are not as strong. So what you're going to do is you're going to visit a location. For example, let's say the dwarf is now the leading player. He flips the card and he arrives at the monastery. So the priests are going to help him with these icons. At each location, you'll also encounter some monsters or treasures. As many as there are players. So you take cards from this stack. This is actually already a treasure. This is a knight you're going to fight. And a dark knight, a little bit more powerful. So now it's actually a communication optimization game, where the players now have to discuss how they are going to beat these 2 enemies in order to get the treasures. So in this case, you could say barbarian is going to fight him. For example, the dwarf can say, I'm going to fight him, because if the dwarf goes here, he only has 2 power icons, but he needs 3. So here is a better match, but they're both missing 1 charm icon. There is also the princess. She can help one of them, so he can fight 1 monster with 2 heroes. So for example, she can say, I'm fighting the Dark Knight. In this case, they beat him. So 3 icons, she only needed 1. He has 3 icons, he needed 3. So he's defeated and he goes to the discard pile. He's still missing 1 charm icon, but he was lucky that he is in this location, because the priests can also supply the charm icon, so this one is also defeated. So you can see here, you get 3 coins. These go to the player who defeats them. He's alone, so the 3 coins are all for him. Should these also receive coins, this isn't the case, then they would divide them amongst each other. If there's discussion, the starting player always decides. Special thing about the game is when you're going to visit more and more locations, like this location would mean you have an extra encounter, so you don't flip 3 cards but 4. The next one is a market. So when you arrive at the market, you take the market deck and you have new treasures. The treasures you can also use in battle, but the difference is your hero always comes back.
And the treasures are gone once you use them.
They're one-time use.
And you're trying to get through a certain number of cards, or
at certain points you're going to find a portal. This is one. There are 3 portals in the deck, and at that point you can decide, I'm staying in Draghan or I'm going to the Shadow World. If you do that, now it would be a little bit early because you're not equipped enough, because the monsters are much stronger. But let's just say for the demo's sake, we're going to do that. All these cards go away. Of course, after the fight, you first have to do the fight. All these cards go away, and these cards come in its place. So there are new locations. This is the best location you have. This is the author of the game, actually, so he's going to help you. But most of the locations also have icons like this, an additional card. This is a thief, he's stealing coins from you, another extra card. And you see also that the monsters you find here are much more powerful. When they're going to defeat you, actually, I forgot to say it, you have to flip your card. You see here is still a happy dwarf, but when you flip it, he has some arrows in it, but he also loses power. If you hit him again, he's out of the game.
And the long-term goal is to get through a certain number of cards?
The long-term goal is to find the dragon card.
Okay.
When you find it, you also still have to defeat the monsters, but you're going also take at random one of these cards, and these are the dragons that you're going to meet. So as you can see, they're quite powerful.
I must
so
collectively
you really have
defeat
to be
it.
equipped enough to be able to defeat him.
Okay.
If you succeed in defeating him, all players win the game.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Tom. A review of Once Upon a Dragon and the World of Draghan from Jumping Turtle Games. Thank you.